أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم Surah Al-Mujādilah ayah number 3. So zihar, that a man, he tell his wife or his sister or his daughter, any of the ladies, that he can never marry them. And he tell them that you are for me like the back of my mother. Any organ, any body part that is covered. Like for example, if he say like the eye of my mother, the nose of my mother, that's fine, no problem. So that was zihar in Jahiliyyah. It will bring hurmat abadiyya, that the wife will become haram on him forever. Because of the talab and the desire of Khawla radiallahu anha, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring new command in Islam, and the hurmat abadiyya is finished. But still, it is a punishable crime. Why should somebody say like this? So what is the punishment? Now in 3 steps Allah is describing the punishment if a person he do zihar. So what are the 3 steps punishment in this today's ayah? Tahriru raqabatin. Tahrir is from huriyya, which means freeing. And raqaba means neck, which means a slave. This is the punishment, the penalty for zihar in Islam now. The second step, the second punishment is, if a person he cannot find a slave, then the second choice is siyamu shahrayni mutatabi'aini. Fast 2 months consecutively, 60 days. And if a person he cannot fast because he is sick or something, the third one is for it'amu sittina miskina, giving food to 60 poor people, 1 day need, which means 2 meals to 60 people. So these are the three-step punishment. The first choice, if that is not available, then the second. If the second is not possible, then the third. Then in these punishments, there are, like for example here, some ikhtilaf amongst the Aimma. When you study the Qur'an and the Hadith, then your mind will open and you will not be like a tunnel vision, narrow-minded. It's very easy to say, why you are bringing Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik? Just bring me Qur'an. This kind of talking is because of the lack of knowledge. This person has very superficial understanding of Islam. That is why he's talking like this. Now look here. Here we need the Aimma. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَتَحْرِيرُ رَقَبَةٍ. You free a slave. Now here is not mu'minatin, that slave has to be Muslim or not. In another place in the Qur'an, where Allah say, if a person he kill another person, then what is the punishment for the killer? There Allah say, فَتَحْرِيرُ رَقَبَةٍ مُؤْمِنَةٍ. The slave has to be mu'min. Now, what is the answer for this? That here it has to be mu'min or not? Because there is no mu'min here, and there is mu'min there. Here we need the Aimma. The answer to this is not in the Quran or in the Hadith. So the Aimma, they did their ijtihad. So Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah say, this raqaba, this slave can be Muslim or non-Muslim because there is no mu'mina with it. And Imam Shafeeq rahimahullah say no. Since there Allah say mu'mina, Here also it is understood that it has to be mu'mina. So we will just do qiyas on the previous ayah, and we, Imam Shafi rahimahullah, say this raqaba has to be mu'mina too. Now you tell me, how can, if the Aimma were not there, how will we figure it out? Now look, the next thing is that, look, in the punishment number 1, Allah say, min qabli an yatamassa. Before the wife and the husband touch each other, before they have marital relationship, the freeing of the slave should happen before that. This is in tahrir raqaba, in the slave. When you are fasting 2 months, Allah says, min qabli an yatamassa, before the husband and the wife touch each other. When Allah says feeding the 60, there is no min qabli an yatamassa here. Okay, so according to, here also the Aimma say this min qabli an yatamassa, should we add this to the third one or not? It is not here. So Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi again say that why should we add something which is not here? Just leave it the way it is. So here, if a person, suppose he hired means he arranged one miskin, and he told him keep on coming for 60 days. When he fit 30 days, then he met his wife in the middle. All right? So according to him, says min qabli an yatamassa is not here, so he just carry on, he just continue. But according to the other Aimma, this min qabli an yatamassa is here also, but Allah just not mentioned. So according to the other Aimma, he will start over again feeding. Okay? So this is how it is. So the greatness of the Aimma will come in your mind when you study the Quran. Otherwise you will say, just bring me hadith. Bring me Quran and hadith. Why are you bringing me the Imam? Come on, man. You don't know nothing. Okay? So this is how it is. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say in this ayah number 3, وَالَّذِينَ, and those يُظَاهِرُونَ, who do zihar, and you know what zihar is, min nisa'ihim, with their women, ثُمَّ then يَعُودُونَ. Ya'ud is from aud, which means returning. They return lima qalu, from, or lima means from. They return from what they have said, which mean what? They pull back, they regret. Okay? So what they should do? فَتَحْرِيرُ. So they should, فَتَحْرِيرُ, there is freeing. رَقَبَةٍ, a slave. Min qabli, before, and that yatamassa, they touch each other. This is from mas, okay, marital relationship. ذَلِكُمْ, this is تُوعَذُونَ بِهِ, you are giving wa'ad, advice through it. Wallahu, and Allah, bima, upon whatever ta'amaluna you do, khabir, fully aware. Right? Okay, so no here. What is here?
Idgham mal-gunna. Idgham mal-gunna.
Okay, why?
Because the noon sakin followed by noon.
Right. Noon sakin. This is noon sakin. This is followed by another noon. So this noon is in the yamnu letters. Yamnu letters are idgham with gunna. So you will merge this noon with this noon, accompanied by a gunna. Okay? Now you might say, even if I don't know this rule, I will do it because there is a shadda here. So I told you this shadda, they just put here. This shadda is not here. If you look in the Qur'an which are printed in the Arab countries, there will be no shadda here. This is the Ajami print of the Qur'an in the sense to make you do idgham ma'al gunna. Okay? So you will merge the two noon with each other, accompanied by a gunna. So do it.
Min nisa.
Right? Min is gunna and idgham. Okay, two noon you merge together. What about here?
Mim mushad.
Do it.
Thumma you.
Okay, and everywhere in the Quran when you see a mim mushaddad or noon mushaddad, you do a gunna. What is gunna? You hold it and you take it into the nose. Thumma, say.
Thumma.
Okay. What is here?
That is idgham mal-gunna.
Idgham mal-gunna. Why?
Because the noon of the tanween
Tanween followed by the meme. So idgham ma'al gunna, there are how many letters of it?
6.
4.
I'm sorry, 4.
Which are they? Yamnu.
Yamnun.
Ya, mim, noon, wow. Okay? So we did idgham ma'al gunna here. Why? Because there is the noon here followed by the noon sakin. We doing idgham ma'al gunna here. Why? Because there is the meme followed by the tanween. So the rules of the noon sakin and tanween, they are the same. Why they are the same? Why there are the same rules of the noon sakin and tanween?
Because they come from the same.
Because every tanween has a noon sakin in it. Every tanween has a
Noon sakin.
noon sakin. That is why, look, raqabatin, there is a noon sakin here. Okay, raqabatin, and this is what? Min. So both have a noon sakin. Look, min. I am writing it for you. Min, there is a noon sakin. Here, raqabatin, there is a noon sakin in it. So that is why the ahkam of the rules, noon sakin and tanween, they are the same, because every tanween has a noon sakin in it. Okay? So here what will we do? Raqabatim min. Okay? Then here, what is here?
That there is ikhfa.
Noon sakin followed by qaf. So you will do ikhfa. Do it.
Min qabl.
Min qab. What is here?
Qalqala.
Qalqala. Do it.
Qabali.
Qabli. Okay? Qabli. This is qalqala. Now here is a noon sakin followed by another, by a ya. What you do here?
Idgham.
Idgham ma'al gunna. Okay, because it is in yamnu again. An yatamassa. Okay, here. And this name of Allah will be full mouth or empty mouth?
Full mouth.
Why?
Because the maqabal is a fatah.
Because, look, remember, memorize this today. Because maqabal is maftuh.
Maftuh.
What will you say?
Because the maqabal is maftuh.
The name of Allah will be full mouth because maqabal is
Maftuh.
maqabal means the letter before, and maftuh means it has a fatha. So the name of Allah will be always full mouth in the Qur'an. Am I right or wrong? Huh? Wrong. Okay. When will be the name of Allah empty mouth?
When the maqabal is
When maqabal is maksur.
Maksur,
That's the
yes.
only situation where the name of Allah will be empty mouth. When maqabal is
maksur.
maksur. Other than you just close eyes and say with full mouth. So what, like for example, in Bismillah, the name of Allah should be what?
Thin.
Thin. Because maqabal is maksur. Bismillah, a'udhu billah. Other than that, everywhere say full mouth. Okay? So wallahu, say
Wallahu.
bima ta'amaluna khabir.
والذين يظاهرون من نسائهم ثم يعودون لما قالوا فتحرير رقبة من قبل أن يتماسا ذلكم توعظون به والله بما تعملون خبير.
وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله.